This is bad. This is bad. That's bad. That's bad. Hey! Motherfucker! Ah! Motherfucker!
Farm life is often considered a peaceful and safe job. But what happens when farm animals decide to turn on their owners? From bone-breaking cow attacks to deadly horses kicking farmers, here are 60 terrifying moments when farm animals go on a rampage. The video begins with the guy attempting to mount a horse while his friend records him from a distance. At first, everything seems great, with the guy successfully riding the horse. After this, though, things take a dark turn.
All right.
Maybe next time they'll learn to keep untrained horses separate. A group of tourists decided it would be a good idea to take a video of themselves carrying a calf they found on a farm. They quickly learn that the idea was a terrible mistake after this happens. At least no one got hurt, despite the guy getting taught a crucial lesson. Caring for wild animals is not easy, so it's always important to protect yourself from them even if you think you can trust them. Choosing to fully trust wild animals will only lead you to this.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Hey! Motherfucker! Ah! Motherfucker! Fuck you, Carl. Hey!
He didn't suffer major injuries, but if he's not careful, he may not be as lucky next time. At the beginning of this incident, 2 farm caregivers can be seen driving around a lot looking for newborn calves. After a long search, they finally find one they capture for birth weighing. Unfortunately for them, Mama Cow doesn't seem too amused. Thankfully, the girl wasn't harmed during the extremely frightening attack. I'm sure that asking our pets to go somewhere we want already proves difficult for most of us. Now imagine leading a wild boar to a specific place. On second thought, there's no need to imagine. Here's what it would look like. The guy inside the enclosure manages to close the gates, just in time. Would you rather fight off a lion once, or fight a chicken every day for your whole life? I'm sure you've heard of this question, but if you're having trouble deciding, perhaps a visual may help.
Oh! You son of a gun! Quit!
This video indeed reminded us of how severe chicken attacks can be. A group of teenagers find a llama wandering around their farm and decide to bother it. This quickly proves to be one of their biggest regrets in life. Llama attacks can become dangerous if the animal is aggressive, leading to potential injuries like severe bruising, bites, or even broken bones in rare cases. Llamas may be cute, but they're mean and can put up a fight. Tourists often quickly make the mistake of underestimating prey animals for weak and harmless creatures. They also get taught a lesson just as fast. Emu attacks can be dangerous, causing severe injuries with powerful kicks, slashes from claws, and potentially broken bones.
Look at that thing. It's gonna kick him.
There was no shame in running away from an animal as angry as that emu. In this encounter, a couple records themselves trying to explore a farm without bothering the animals as much as possible.
Okay. Okay. Holy crap.
Unfortunately for them, their dirt path gets blocked by a large herd of cows grazing, leading to a shocking scene. It was only a bluff, but she didn't want to stick around and find out. Ostriches can be highly aggressive, especially when threatened. They use strong legs to deliver powerful kicks and sharp claws.
Go on. Get. Frederick? Fred!
Despite this, people still have jobs that require them to care for animals like ostriches. Hopefully, this doesn't happen to everyone.
No! I said no. Go on. Get! Get your ass out of here.
Even though she was caught off guard, she managed to handle the attack like a champ. Goats display aggression by headbutting, rearing up on hind legs, and using their horns, especially during dominance disputes or territorial defense. Knowing this, it's best to stay out of their way, because you might end up like this if you don't.
Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake. All right, I'll go ahead. Hang on.
The attack ends after his friend stops recording and helps him. Trying to subdue one full-grown cow is already daunting. Imagine attempting to control a herd like this guy does.
Away. Away.
Fortunately, he wisely chose to back off before the cows got too mad. This farmer can be seen hitting a giant bull with a stick after the animal refused to follow him. He swiftly learns a lesson about not hitting something that's 10 times heavier than you.
Hit by his stick. 23-year-old Ikramullah was taking the cows to the milking parlor in the farm in Turkey when the incident happened.
The man was later taken to the hospital to be treated for injuries. Rams can be dangerous, delivering powerful headbutts with thick skulls, potentially causing serious injuries, especially during mating season. Rams attack primarily due to territorial disputes, dominance challenges, or during the mating season to establish control over a herd. The encounter ends with the man running away as the ram stops the assault. Farmers tag cows to identify them, track their health, manage breeding, and ensure accurate record-keeping of each animal's history. Tagging may sound easy, but it's actually dangerous, and farmers often have to deal with it. In the end, he successfully puts the tag into the calf's ears. Some people may underestimate goats because of their harmless appearance and the fact that they are prey animals, but be careful, these animals can cause some serious damage. The impact may not be that hard in this video, but he just got lucky. Most people think farming is relatively safe because it often doesn't involve operating large and unreliable equipment. However, your perspective will change once you realize how dangerous the animals they're dealing with are and see it in action. If he were hit with a full-on charge, it would undoubtedly be fatal for him. Roosters can be very aggressive, especially when protecting hens. They use sharp spurs and beaks to attack perceived threats. People often underestimate them due to their size, but don't make the same mistake as this man. He managed to protect himself effectively, though, saving him from nasty injuries. These two friends thought entering a goat enclosure and recording themselves doing so would be a great idea. Little did they know that this would put one of their lives in danger. They can be heard laughing, but I'm sure it would be different if he got hit. We all know not to mess with wild animals, right? Even if they're on a farm, wild animals remain unpredictable. These tourists seem to forget this fact, though, thus ending up in this situation. Thankfully, no one got seriously injured during this frightening attack. Rams can charge up to 20 miles per hour, delivering forceful impacts that can cause significant injury or damage.
Yeah, you better walk away. Oh gosh.
The guy in the video seems to know this, which explains his heavy breathing and fearful behavior after encountering one.
Go away.
They may be cute, but I'd rather not see one approaching me at high speed. This encounter shows a man lying on the ground trying to get a cool picture of turkeys on his farm.
We're gonna fight here. Stop it.
Unfortunately for him, the turkeys were feeling camera shy that day, and they did not hesitate to let him know that. Fortunately, the animal failed to land any damaging attacks on him. Goats can charge at speeds of up to 15 miles per hour and deliver impacts with 300 to 400 pounds of force. Knowing this, you'd do anything to avoid getting hit by a goat charge, right? This guy seems to think the opposite, though. Just looking at his frame makes it more impressive how he could withstand that. We've already established how powerful goat and ram charges can be, but did you know that sheep can also put up a fight? Watch this. They're laughing now, but the bruises that will appear later on will surely give him hell, especially when the attack is as brutal as this. I'm sure he learned to not mess with sheep again after that assault. Emus are generally non-aggressive, but can become defensive, using powerful legs and claws to kick if threatened or cornered.
Karen, don't. Don't. You don't have to be like that.
I'm sure there's no need for me to remind you how dangerous these animals are.
Stop. You are so dramatic. I was just...
Australians twice waged war on these birds, and lost both times. People often underestimate prey animals because they appear docile or harmless, not realizing their potential for self-defense when threatened. Farmers know this already, but sometimes they can get too careless, causing things like this to happen. Getting hit like that is no joke, especially in the ribs. This influencer was just trying to do some chores on his farm when his life was suddenly put in danger. Cows become more aggressive when nursing to protect their calves, instinctively defending them from perceived threats or predators.
Oh boy, she's chasing me now. Ah! She's chasing me. Come on. Chase me all the way there. Let's go.
He later theorized that the cow was aggressive due to nursing a calf. The video begins with the farmer being recorded while he tries to approach a sheep to pet it. Unfortunately for him, this proves to be more difficult than he thought after the animal decides to do this. Fortunately, he wasn't hit with the attacks, leaving him safe and unharmed. A cowboy can be seen approaching a cow, trying to lasso the animal to lead it to an enclosure nearby. Confident and experienced, he begins the task calmly, only to have his world rattled after something shocking happens. The video ends with the man giving up after failing to catch the cow. What was supposed to be another routine inspection of his farm animals suddenly turns dangerous after an unexpected scenario.
Come on. Yeah, well, there's the top. Which I thought was lame. But no.
With the animal confused and scared, it takes a defensive stance, showing its frightening side shortly after.
Not so sure. I'm sure he'll run right through me if I upset him. That's alright, boy. That's alright. Don't do my legs.
The farmer was lucky he didn't get hit. Things could have ended badly. Ostriches can grow up to 9 feet tall, making them the tallest living bird species on Earth. Ostriches' height and size give them powerful legs capable of delivering dangerous kicks, which can injure or even kill predators.
What are we gonna do? Carl! Jump off and run! Oh my gosh!
Unfortunately for us, predators aren't the only thing they want to attack. Being attacked by a chicken as an adult doesn't sound so bad, but things are different when you're young and everything is much more dangerous.
Watch out!
This kid becomes the victim of a terrifying chicken attack while she's just trying to mind her own business. The animal stops immediately, though, ending a potentially dangerous encounter. Most of us already know how terrifying ostriches can be due to their simple-minded personalities and aggressive tendencies. Some people still ignore these frightening facts about ostriches, though, frequently getting too careless and too close for comfort. The animal only hits the camera, saving the woman from possible injury. The video starts with a farmer talking to the camera about how well his gander protects the female geese on his farm. Unfortunately, he becomes the exhibit of what he just talked to the viewers about.
Yep, there we go. Oh yeah. Hey, back off. Back off. Back off. Okay, okay. All right.
The gander finally walks away, ending the frightening attack. Large birds often get a bad rep for being overly aggressive and stupid. It's too bad that they make it harder to disprove these claims. The man in the video decides to run, which is useless as these animals can easily reach 30 miles per hour. He manages to leave unharmed after the animal decides to leave him alone. These tourists decide to record themselves leading a sheep. Of course, their inexperience gets them into trouble. Understanding animal behaviors is crucial to preventing dangerous encounters, ensuring safety, and fostering positive, respectful interactions with animals.
Why'd you do that?
Don't run.
It's too bad they decided to record first, rather than learn about the animals initially. Working with cows is challenging due to their size, strength, unpredictable behavior, and the need for careful handling to ensure safety. Handling cows can result in being kicked, trampled, crushed, gored by horns, or injured during unpredictable movements or escapes. No matter how much experience we have, we can never be too sure about farm animals. A man can be seen pulling a sheep towards an enclosure using only his rope and pure strength. The animal decides to follow his instructions, following the lead into the enclosure. Unfortunately for him, the sheep decides to do it on its terms. Unfortunately, the video cuts short, leaving us guessing what will happen next. Animals become more aggressive when nursing to fiercely protect their offspring, ensuring survival against perceived threats or predators. Even an ordinarily docile cow will become a brutal fighter once it perceives its calf is in danger. This serves as a lesson to not mess with mothers, as they will put up a fight to protect. This man was just trying to record his farm animals using his phone to show his friends farm life.
What a beautiful morning to wake up and see all these animals, which we will eventually have to get some geese, but that is awesome to hear them.
Too bad, though, the ostrich does not appreciate being recorded without his knowledge and consent, and proceeds to let his caretaker know this.
Look at him. You don't assault me. You better quit. You ain't getting much.
It's good that the animal only hit the camera, saving the man from injuries. A kid is seen just trying to walk somewhere when a group of chickens suddenly blocks his path. He walks cautiously, concerned about angering the animals, when this happens suddenly. Impressively, the kid manages to outrun the rooster chasing him. This man was walking his dog around the farm when he saw something strange, which forced him to stop immediately.
She was drunk and she really wasn't well. As I've got about 5 years of working with cows and with livestock, I'm pretty comfortable around them. And I've never...
His cow, acting strange, approaches him like a drunk and surprises him with something dangerous.
ever been in this situation before. It was just crazy. Go. Despite her...
Unfortunately, he still cannot identify what was wrong with his cow that day. A woman records herself trying to catch a rooster to take a picture with. At first, she has a hard time, but the rooster finally gives in unexpectedly.
Hey, no, sir. No.
The woman immediately backs off after the warning charges from the rooster. The video shows a recording of a farmer attempting to place a calf with its mother in one pen. Unfortunately for him, the mother cow seems in a bad mood and does not hesitate to tell him she is. The video states that the farmer did not suffer any major injuries. Feeding sheep can sound like a relaxing job and something you'd expect to be safe. However, these guys have gotten the shorter end of the stick, as their feeding time turns into hunting time.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately, the clip cuts abruptly, leaving us guessing what happens next. Herding cows can be dangerous due to potential stampedes, sudden movements, or aggressive behavior risking injury to handlers. In this encounter, you're about to see why this job can quickly go wrong in the blink of an eye. His quick reflexes save him from a brutal beating from the cow. You'd think feeding roosters would be easy due to their small size and relatively okay behavior. It's too bad not all roosters are like this, though. Some can be mean, like this one in this video. The animal gets put down in the end as it attacks other chickens. A mother lets her 3 kids try to pet a cow for the first time on their farm. The meeting goes well at first, but things quickly change after this.
Aww. It's okay. It's okay.
The kids retreat, deciding not to try their luck a second time. Geese are aggressive, protecting their territory, mates, and offspring, using loud hissing, pecking, and wing flapping to deter threats. Goose attacks can cause painful bites, bruises, and minor injuries, but are more intimidating than physically dangerous to humans. The man ends the video after getting enough of the goose's behavior. Asking your kid to feed and interact with a flock of chickens may sound cute, but be careful. These animals are extremely unpredictable, and this may happen. Thankfully, the kid wasn't harmed. He was quick enough to run away. This farmer was preparing to close the gates after transferring the cows to another pen. Moments later, he realizes that one cow has escaped, leading to this crazy scene. He decides to let the animal calm down first, ending the video. CCTV footage shows a farmer releasing her horses, acting strangely in the stable. She decides to proceed without caution, probably having experienced this countless times before. This time, though, she isn't so lucky. Fortunately, she wasn't hit directly, or things could have ended dangerously. Cows are highly protective of their calves, and they often display aggressive behavior toward perceived threats, including charging or kicking. When dealing with a protective cow, approach calmly. Avoid direct eye contact, give space, and never try to separate her from her calf.
Come on.
The farmer finally decides to end the video after deciding to let the animals calm down. This next video shows a guy talking to the camera about how friendly chickens are when suddenly this happens. Underestimating roosters can be dangerous due to their solid territorial instincts, sharp spurs, and aggressive behavior when defending their flock. He decides to leave the pen after the attack, ending the encounter. Sheep can charge with enough force to knock down or injure a person, especially during aggressive or defensive behavior.
Normal, please! Just grab him around the neck. Okay, look here.
This mother seems not to know this, though, as she can be heard laughing as the sheep attacks her daughter.
Put your foot down. Okay, put your foot down.
She was lucky her daughter wasn't injured during this brutal sheep attack. Roosters become overly aggressive due to territorial, solid instincts, dominance battles, or when defending hens from perceived threats.
What's up with this guy? Oh, man. Oh, man.
The farmer recording this video becomes the punching bag for this angry rooster after he gets too close. I think that they're going to have chicken for dinner tonight. Mounting and riding a horse requires skill, balance, and practice to ensure safety, control, and effective communication with the horse. What happens when you throw skill and practice out the window and do something stupid like this? His horse riding days could have ended there, but he got lucky and left unharmed. Domesticated goats are typically docile due to selective breeding for calm temperament, regular human interaction, and consistent handling from a young age. Their demeanor can quickly become aggressive if startled, threatened, or provoked. They react instinctively to perceived dangers with sudden defensive behavior. The guy decides to end the video after learning a very valuable lesson. This girl can be seen on her farm trying to train an alpaca for an upcoming competition. After this, though, things take a dark turn. An aggressive alpaca can be dangerous. It can deliver powerful kicks and bites and cause injuries through sudden, unpredictable behavior. Thankfully, she wasn't hit by any of the alpacas running wildly. This man records himself walking around his farm when he suddenly decides to watch the geese from afar.
Cranky. It's a goose. Cranky.
Thinking that he's too far to disturb them, he gets shocked after one of the geese decides to do this.
Don't know if you saw.
The animal doesn't continue chasing him, ending a potentially dangerous encounter.